Hello and welcome to part 4 of BS Goes West, where we reach our ultimate destination, the Boyz Italian Cuisine, in historic downtown Yuma. Yuma, if you didn't know, is the hottest city in the United States. You can Google it. In fact, if you picked up the city of Yuma and placed it on the surface of Mars, all of its residents would die of asphyxiation before they froze to death. But instead, all the thin blooded humans and the snowbirds just feel like they're freezing to death when the wind blows out of the north from the desert. Such was the case on Valentine's Day, and we had an hour to watch them shiver in their hoodies and their jackets while we waited for a place inside the restaurant. There, of course, were seats outside, but supposedly it was too cold to dine outside, even though we waited over an hour outside to get into where it was warm. Go figure. Anyway, pick up here where I'm wandering around and we are sightseeing. Downtown Yuma on Valentine's Day. We are waiting to get into the Boyz Italian Cuisine. And there's a wind advisory. Sand blowing in my eyes. A lot of stuff's closed down except for the bars and saloons and the casino. Appropriate to our time and place. It's not only Valentine's Day, it's Arizona Statehood Day. And Iraqi communist martyrs. If any of you are watching, we do honor you too. We're not judging. Waiting, smelling the food. I think they do this intentionally to get you good and hungry so you over order. They don't know me. I'm going to do it anyway. But Fritz, I'm about to change my name, like to whatever name they call next. Still waiting our turn for Da Boyz Italian Cuisine. This is a very happening place, and if anyone wanted to come down here and open up any kind of business where people could kill time shopping, perhaps a pinball arcade or something, a great opportunity. A lot of people waiting. While we're killing time, I'm going over some questions from the internet. Rosanna down in Texarkana has asked about what do people call themselves, the ones from Yuma, that demonym would be the term. She suggested human being, and unfortunately, much like people from Munich are not called munchkins, they've missed the opportunity. It's just human. And Allison in Galveston is asking Glenn Ford or Russell Crowe in 310 to Yuma, and my answer to that is they were just very different films for different times, and just suited for different audiences. I think both great movies, and of course, you know, if I had to pick, I'd go with the Glenn Ford classic. But interesting point, Arizona, as of 1968, stopped observing daylight saving time, except for the Navajo Nation, which still does. And since the first film was in the 50s, 53, 54, and the second, I believe, was 2007, one was on daylight saving time and the other was not, assuming they were in the summer, which I believe they were. So the train would have been at a different time of day, an hour different. Anyone who cares. We'll keep an eye on these questions. If anybody has anything, just throw it out there and I'll see if I can get the answer or just make something up. And then finally, they called our name, so come on in with us and see what they've got to eat. So Katrina started out with the mango tango. It was very tasty. We split a wedge salad. Yes, that's half of a wedge salad. There's a bruschetta appetizer and fried ravioli, and the kids split a Greek salad. Pizza time. This is the south of the border. The bruschetta pizza. And the barbecue chicken pizza. The waitress is just on point. She suggested we split the salad. I wasn't going to get one. Half a salad. I've been eating it a while, and that's what's left. Between that and the two appetizers, and they split a salad. It's a large quantity of food. The fried ravioli is pretty good. The bruschetta is pretty good. The salad is surprisingly good. This is carrot cake. And of course, I'm gonna try a little piece of it here. Let's see. Oh.
It's not better than mine, is it? Oh, it totally is.
So, everything here has been pretty good. The salad's been amazing. The drink was really, really good. The appetizers and pizza were just okay. Carrot cake is, oh man, that is so good. I did not want dessert, but she said the magic word tiramisu, and then while we were up there talking, came across the carrot cake. I guess I should take a bite of it right here, right now, because I want to tell the waitress what I thought of it. There it is, right there. All right. Another shot where you can see me eat this.
Let me take a taste of it.
I'm so happy right now. What was your favorite part
Of
the meal? What we had here today?
the meal,
What was your favorite thing?
I would say the wedge salad.
Wedge salad. I'm gonna agree. The wedge salad was the best, but out of the carrot cake, the carrot cake got me weak.
I didn't taste the carrot
I
cake.
can't.
And y'all keep saying it's better than mine, so I don't want to.
Okay, Allison. What,
The carrot cake.
The carrot cake is
by
number
far.
one. The carrot cake is number one. How was the bruschetta pizza?
It was alright.
Gabe, what's your favorite thing here tonight?
Probably the sweet tea, honestly.
The sweet tea. Very good.
You think
That's a great answer when you take a southerner and stick them somewhere other than the southeast. Sweet tea is what it's all about. Anyway, let me show you guys the restaurant here. Just a quick look around. Right on the main street. I'll have to get another shot of that outside. Dessert case. You have to see the dessert case. It's a thing of beauty. Much like you don't go to San Francisco for a hot dog, you don't come to Yuma for pizza. But it was great spending time with family we hadn't seen in a while, and I can still highly recommend the salad, the drinks, and most definitely the dessert, and we had great service. The next day we were in need of laundry detergent, so I decided to take a walk around the city, swing by Walmart and pick that up. And you can join me on that walk next. You know, in Spanish, the V is pronounced as a B. Interesting name for a place. Yuma is snowbird country, as is obvious given the number of RV parks, mobile home parks. A lot of them gated. Many of them are co-ops. The single wides in some of these places, obviously very old, but extremely well kept, which I think is a consequence of southern Arizona climate. Nothing is going to rust out here, and also that these are owner occupied, at least for part of the year. Turn down the side streets and you see less exclusive, non-gated mobile home parks. Very colorful. And looks like maybe they raise some of their own food here. I'm guessing these are not snowbirds. Year round. It's a different side of the city. You can tell by the foundations. These are long term. We're gonna have palm trees here. Also interesting is the amount of this kind of sand, yellow, beige color out here, and the red that you see north of here. I understand that much of that just was what they had to build with when this place was first settled. But now I think it's more a fashion statement. You see it, even the I-beams, the underpasses, the walls, and in some cases, it's even obvious that it's painted over cinder block, or they've got a tinted concrete outer coating over cinder block. Interesting use of an old tire and maybe yeah, I think that's all it is. And a nicer, more colorful area. Lots more trees, shade, and boy, I can tell you, makes a difference. The sun has actually come out. I feel it just walking by the places that have a lot of trees. An orchard here. That's pretty. Make some hot rods. The El Camino. Tell me I wasn't tempted to do this. That looks tasty, but I don't know what we got planned. Don't want to ruin it. Okay, so I turned around. Came back. Couldn't resist. We'll see how it goes. Mexiburger. It's like a burger with all the toppings, including maybe jalapenos, and it might be a special sauce. Possibly looks like some avocado on that here. Smells good, cooked fresh. That's a tasty burger. A little heavy on the salt. Very tasty. This is a Mexiburger, corner of 8th and I believe Avenue C, Yuma, Arizona. Feels so much better. I didn't realize how hungry I was until I started smelling that. Of the 2 burgers I've had in Arizona, I can say they're number 1. So let them have their moment in the sun. Worth recommending. I have had better burgers in my lifetime, but it is a good burger. A little on the pricey side for what you get. Let me scoop before I get run over. Like everybody else, their prices have gone up. If you look online, you'll see a menu showing $5. And then on Facebook, I saw a menu showing $6. And this was $8. Not the most expensive. And it's not like I was paying $8 for a horrible burger. It was tasty. It was not dry, but it also was not greasy. Had a little bit of everything on there. It definitely did have avocado and jalapenos. The bun was soft. The ratio of bun to burger was very good. I did not do my normal taste the patty separately, but the patty wasn't overwhelmed by everything. So all I would say negative about it, other than maybe a little bit on the high side and not so much there, a little bit salty for my taste, but even then not to an extreme. I would do it again, most definitely. Now I'm just thirsty. Keeping with the theme of our trip, we're going to prison again. If you're keeping score, counting the Bedrock Jail at the Raptor Ranch, this is 2 prisons and a jail. You can make what you want of that. This particular one, the Yuma Territorial Prison, now a state historic park, is on the banks of the Colorado River, just northeast of historic downtown Yuma, where we had pizza at the Boyz on Tuesday night. This is Wednesday. And besides the equivalent of a junk drawer here, I point out several places where there's graffiti. Some of it is dated to the 40s, 50s, and 60s, which was 30 to 50 years after the prison closed. There were homeless people, hobos, during the Depression, camping out at this place, much like the Native Americans took over Alcatraz. The history is not just about the prison. There you see the infirmary, very primitive. Also, a high school, Yuma High School, built in 1909, burned down the next year in 1910, which was a year after the prison closed. and they moved their classes into the prison, were given the not-so-kind nickname of the criminals, but turned that on its head. They embraced the name and even the prison garb, and they still to this day are called the criminals. No other high school in the United States has that name, and they are the only high school in the United States with a copyrighted mascot. This prison, and there's the bell that they rang if there was an escape. It is very, very loud. Very open air. It's not bad in the spring and fall, and I would imagine tolerable during the winter, but summers had to be miserable. There you see the coast-to-coast historic bridge across the Colorado River and Interstate 8.
The museum part.
And a pretty nice museum here. Of course, the 310 to Yuma. A lot about the arts and crafts these people did, including some really nice lace work. The history, the women that were imprisoned there, as well as the wife of the warden who worked for the better welfare of the prisoners. And here we are outside, and I will give you a tour of the surroundings from the top of that water, the cistern right there. And from the top of the water supply. Here you can see California. There's the ocean-to-ocean bridge, historic bridge over here. The interstate, the I-8 bridge. Colorado River over there. The Interstate 8. Back there is that cell block we were in. Historic downtown Yuma is right on the other side of the interstate. That's where we were eating pizza last night. And that way would be the airport. There's the canal. More mountains, of course. Wouldn't be a bad prison to be in this time of year, but man, I couldn't stand it. I've already sweated today. Answering my question, they actually pumped water up from the river. The old ferry crossing.
There's a really sketchy bridge that people drive straight into, like, on
Cool. I've driven quite a few one-lane bridges before. The rolling aqueduct is one lane. You just have to take turns. So we were talking about the ocean-to-ocean highway bridge. That's it, the gray one, silver one in the distance, built in 1915. Historic landmark. It is alternating one-way traffic, narrow bridge. The next one is the rail bridge. This is the second rail bridge. It was built in 1923, replacing a lower one that had to swing open. Ocean-to-ocean highway bridge. There goes the train on the next bridge over. There is the Colorado River. There's another park to our left, State Park. Closer shot of the train and the bridge. Walking down the beach toward the river. Definitely got some current to it over there. Eddy over here. See, the water was much higher. Time back. Curious just how cold this is. People do swim out here. There's even a little foot wash back there. Oh, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. But you can see where the water has been recently, and I think if you go back in time, it was even higher. Sign says water conditions change rapidly. You can see here, last time this was up and just ripped somebody right out of their shoes. Alright, we're gonna do it again. Do another video just in case the last one didn't make it. This is a one-way alternating traffic bridge. The historic ocean-to-ocean bridge over the Colorado River. We're on the California side now, heading back into Arizona. There we go. You can see the cars coming. And again, that is the old 1923 rail bridge to the left of it. To our right down the Colorado River, if you follow that down, you would end up on the Mexican border. And to your left, heads on up to the Grand Canyon and points beyond. Green light, go! Arizona. Check out those mountains. It's just flat, and then boom. It's like a giant rash on the land. We're at the history of the world, history of humanity in granite, center of the world. This place has multiple names. They've changed a few times. Most commonly known as the center of the world. That, I believe, is what they call the Eiffel Tower stairs. There's the little chapel and the pyramid. And there is the history of humanity. Wall for the ages. There's the center of my world. And these are actually a segment of the stairs from the Eiffel Tower. I'm hoping they've replaced them. This is a statue of the hand of God taken from Michelangelo's painting that they've made into a sundial, and a description of how sundials work. Just a lot of creative stuff here. Somebody just had lots of ideas and did it. And it seems like it would have been a fun project to be a part of, and especially if you were in charge of thinking of things. This pyramid represents the center of the world. There's a book, and some organization or political town, state has voted that this is the center of the world. And if you put your foot on that mark and face north or east, I think it's north, then you can make a wish and it'll come true. Lots of images, lots of descriptions, and it's really like a stone Wikipedia, and this is essentially like a Rosetta Stone, and it's a work in progress. They are still adding constantly. They do have this chapel up on top of the hill. Here I am in the pulpit. Take a look at that that stained glass up there. That's going to come up again later. These are the stairs where I acted like Rocky Balboa. These are not graves, but monuments to people that worked there. And here I am walking around the backside, and I catch this stained glass through the 3 different windows. Just thought that was cool. But now you're coming up on my live thoughts, so I'll stop the voiceover. It's my impression of the center of the world / history of humanity in granite / history of the world in granite, whatever they're going to call it next. It's impressive, and it's overload. Like, you can't take it all in. There's so much. But you know, we've got Wikipedia, we've got the internet. I think the main thing is just to appreciate the work, the vision that created all of this, and how much wonder there is. I mean, that's it, you know. Why do you do something like this when you can open a book or just type in a Google search? And I think it's the wonder of it all. Creation, evolution, space history, civilizations and places, animals. There's just so much to experience and to admire in this world, and doing it in this vast open space. I don't know. It's cool. It's not. I don't think it's worth a trip to California from the East Coast for this, but if you're in Yuma, 15 minutes away, $10. Yeah. It's the Maze of Honor. It's like a corn maze if corn was made of concrete. They went in this way. I don't know. Oh, look. Oh, see, I was being all disrespectful.
It's the Korean
And-
and Korean service veterans.
Here, it's something really serious.
Right? We're all over here. Let's go. It's fine.
Here they are. You can see the imprint of the wood. It made the forms. All of this blank space you see here, it's all waiting for Taylor Swift to put up more of her boyfriends. So up on top of the maze. That was a heck of a climb. I am not in no shape to do this. There it is. There's the maze. From up on the wall. There's the center of the world sign. Right there. And the pyramid. I have no idea where my people went. I've lost them again. I think I found my people over there. There they are. Next stop is dessert at Paradise Rolled Ice Cream. It's my first time having rolled ice cream, my first time seeing rolled ice cream being made, which you'll see, it's really cool. My first time trying lychee, Lychee, which you can Google if you're interested. But I'm going to let you watch this video, and it's awesome. Here you have the finished products. I think that's the Malee. This one is obviously the Flintstones, and I got the milk tea, and it was all very good. Following this, I got another unique snack, the Sobralika. They have a couple of different hot sauces. It's an interesting mixture if you go back and look at the board, the description of it. And I think I have a video showing me eating it. I have no way to hold this. Got it propped up next to the window. Trying this. Loko. I think that's how you say it. Interesting combination. I see what he means about the pig's teeth or pig skin. It's chewy. Getting down to the bottom part. It's not very well made, so you get different things at different levels. I think I just hit the tamarind candy. Cucumber in there. Caramel sauce. Just tangy, just slightly hot. Just hit some peanuts. Right here. It's not ultra chewy. I think of like some of the octopus I've had. I just have to crunch this up. Mix it. I like it. I do like it. I almost wish it was in a bowl. A regular bowl. Not a bag. And I'm not sure about the peanuts. It just, I don't know, something about the peanuts just doesn't go. I would take all the rest. Might experiment with something like onions or something, but something I've never even heard of, much less tried. We're all about the new experiences. Of course, after dessert comes the meal. We stopped at a semi-permanent taco truck in Yuma, El Taco Dorado, which was not only delicious and an interesting place, but 4 options from the menu and 2 drinks came to a total of about $16. And I'll let my video descriptions take you through the rest of this stop. We have the sopi and the taco bira,
yeah.
and that's the broth the meat was marinated in. I have the same here, but I have the taco dorado and the chimitaco, and I'm guessing this is sauce. Let's see if I can open it with my left hand. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna try a bite of her taco. That's good. I would take a drink, but it's holding the camera up. I'm not sure which one's the Dorado and which one is the chimney. I thought there would be an obvious difference. Okay, this is big. This is big. Oh my goodness. That's the chimney. Bigger than a mouse. Yeah. Anyway, it's good. It's got crema. It's got the crumbled cheese here. Gotta check out the food trucks when you're in a place like this. So the larger one here, I think it's got chicken in it and like cornmeal. Not sure, or maybe that's just a thicker shell that it's uncooked on the inside. That might be the chimney. You've got red onion there. There's avocado, of course, lettuce, cheese. It's all very tasty. I'm gonna put some of the salsa just right on it and enjoy. Lunch may have come late, but that's no excuse to skip dinner. They have a roadside collection of semi-permanent food trucks with picnic tables to eat. We did go to Jojo and Flor's Cuisine. It's Filipino, and there was a Fidel's Tacos that we did not visit, and of course, Taco Loko. Taco Loco me now. It's just empty, whatever. I wish I could remember what we ordered. I was feeling pretty rough by this point, but it was pretty. They had a fixins table, condiment sauces, which was just terrific. I do think that our food truck adventure earlier in the day was better. And we went to Jojo and Flor's for the 12-pack of lumpia, which everyone enjoyed, and something we really don't see a whole lot of around here. But that is it for our Yuma adventures. We have one more stop that we make in the morning. In the next video, we'll have that, our trip to Phoenix, what we ate there, and our flight home. I do appreciate you guys joining me for this. Please follow my page and share it, and give me some feedback. Let me know what you like, what you don't, what you'd like to see more of. Thanks, and eat well and be well.